Hey everyone, it is day 27 of my Dating Myself Binge-Free Challenge. I am the Urge Warrioress, started by combating 90 days of urges to binge eat, overcoming a binge eating problem. Now I am battling urges to seek new relationships. I've been in back-to-back relationship. And so now my next 90-day journey, which I am on right now, day 27, 90 days of dating myself. So I learn how to respond to those urges myself instead of seeking them externally. I think from this point forward, going to change the format of my videos a little bit. I want to give tips every day, and I want to start the day with tips, and then I'll add any extra stuff that's relevant to the day. As cathartic as this is for me, like I'm doing this for you too, and I want to make sure I'm like really conscious about getting information out that is quick, that is relevant, and then I'll kind of add any extra fluff at the end. So, here's what I want to share today in terms of recovery tips. And I'm usually going to do like a binge eating recovery tip, and then I will do a dating yourself tip. So first off, the binge eating recovery tip for today is to acknowledge your capability of change. Now, our brains have neuroplasticity, which means that they are always able to change based on the actions that we take to change them. There were a lot of times I told myself that I was incapable of recovering because I tried so many times and failed, right? So I would tell myself, like, I just don't think it's possible for me. And when we tell ourselves those limiting beliefs, like it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You tell yourself that long enough, and you'll believe it. It's not that I was incapable of changing. It's that it took me 15 years to find an approach that worked for me in terms of making that change happen. So my tip for today is whenever you're tempted to tell yourself like I'm not capable, remind yourself that the brain is always capable. And I empathize that like it's exhausting. It really is exhausting, kind of constantly going back to the drawing board. But I promise you that the root of the problem is not that you can't. You can. It's just a matter of finding the pathway that works best for you. And I'm more than happy to talk more about you with my path. If you want to get in touch, just email me, urgewarrioress at gmail.com, and I will do what I can to help. So that's the binge eating recovery tip for today. And the dating yourself tip for today is, recently I incorporated more like sensory activities into the dating myself, especially with coronavirus going on where I can't even like really hug friends. Like there is a legit like sensory deprivation that a lot of us single folks are going through. Like physical affection like is important for our health, for our comfort, for our sense of a belonging. So to like make up for the lack of that I'm getting right now, I'm trying to incorporate as many like feel good sensory activities, like doing nice things for my body, into my routine as possible. So I had read somewhere, and like this is totally like on point with my memory, that like how like silk like feels really good on your skin, and how like every woman should have like one pair of silk pajamas, maybe dudes too, like it feels good. So today for my self-care activity, I'm gonna order myself some silk pajamas. I know I can't have them yet, but I'm gonna put on some like nice lotion in the meantime, order my silk pajamas, and then when they get here, wear them the day I get them. Silk pajamas, woohoo. So you're capable of change. First of all, you are capable of change. Tip 1 for binge eating. Tip 2 for dating yourself. If you don't have silk pajamas, get some, or if you can think of something else that will delight your skin even more, do that. Whatever works for you. And just one more thing I want to add before I wrap up. And this is part of like modeling accountability. So looking at these dating myself behaviors, it's a little bit like less concrete than the binge eating in terms of the behaviors I'm trying to stay away from. And I made a realization today. I'm not going to share the details of it on here because I want to keep this video brief. And there are still some boundaries that I would like to keep up as I'm making my journey more public. So I had a realization today that I am going to share with my closest friends. And basically the theme of it is that I realized I was rationalizing a certain behavior that I'm engaging in regarding this dating sexuality realm, that even though I thought it was benign, even though I thought it was like kind of benign, and maybe the action itself is relatively benign, it was speaking to a need that I think I'm like, oh, I'm still trying to fill that externally, aren't I? So, stay vigilant, all you folks who are looking to make a change. Look how to make the process fun when you can. And I will talk to you all tomorrow for day 28 and be coming at you with more tips. Thank you. Have a great day.